Welcome to the Preach to Me Financial Channel for December 8, 2025, this first Monday of December here. As we continue to talk about the financial news, the interpretation of financial news, I encourage you to share the video, hit subscribe and the like button here. Thank you for your support. S&P 500 and the Dow Jones closes lower as investors tap brakes before a Fed decision this week. Fed decision comes out on Wednesday at 2:30 or Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So everybody's weighing it as things are going down as we head toward the holiday season here. What do you think? Do you think a 25 or 50 basis point is going to help this economy? Let me know in the comments. It's going to be very close, but I think they're going to end up cutting these rates even further. But is it going to be enough to stem the tide of job losses here? The economy only added, according to CNNBusinesses.com, only added 119,000 jobs in September. Unemployment rose to nearly 4-year high. So unemployment continues to go up here, closer to that 5% mark here. It's up to 4.3%. Really, it's above 5% now as we speak, but we're not adding many jobs here, critical jobs. We're adding jobs, but not high-paying jobs. As you know, many of us, it needs, in places that we live at, you need at least $30 an hour to $35, $40 an hour to be able to live at a decent level. And a lot of these cities with the rent costs so high and the cars and the other insurance costs that are so high for many of Americans. So the job numbers continue to add up. They continue to mount here for this economy here. The good news is we still have much time to go before we actually get into an official recession according to the numbers. So that's the good news, is that we're not there yet. And the dollar is still used as a currency, as a reserve currency for now. And so even though we're heading toward a slippery slope, things are still looking good in that regard. You can see the unemployment rate spiked during COVID, and now it's just about heading back up on that upward slope here as we left 2020 and then 2025. Gold prices continue to dip slightly here, according to YahooFinance.com, as attention turns to the Fed meeting this week. So everybody's waiting on the Fed meeting. Gold futures opened at, they closed at 42.43 here, and the silver's gone up to, he's up there, and also the layoffs continue, 1.1 million layoffs this year. And also, this is the most during the pandemic year through 2020. We've had layoffs totaling 71,000 in November, and also more layoffs that are going to continue up into December here. And so a lot of companies are restructuring. Of course, they got to meet shareholders' expectations and shareholders' profit expectations here. And so many people, they've been going to job fairs. They've been saying that they haven't been posting jobs. They've been just going to job fairs and stuff and applying online, and they haven't been getting many callbacks or at the hundreds of applications here. And so this is very concerning. And then we have elderly people returning to work, some working into their 70s and 80s, trying to make ends meet with retirement and everything. And so we have a lot. Then we have young people that are graduating this coming semester and then also into the spring semester here from colleges and various trade schools. They're going to be looking for work. So this is going to be a big conundrum here for this economy. And Kathy Wood, according to Yahoo Finance, she predicts next gold crash. She sees Bitcoin outperforming. So we have all these asset classes like Bitcoin, gold and silver, stocks, bonds, treasury bills. Everything melts up in a type of crash that we're looking at, an inflationary depression crash, kind of like how Venezuela, everything melted up. The stock market was going up to 50,000, everything was going up, but it doesn't mean that your purchasing power is going up, and that's the problem that we have here, ladies and gentlemen. You can have everything going up, but if your purchasing power takes more dollars, it just takes more dollars to get more goods and services. Things really hadn't gone increase here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this thing is going to be more of a risk of an increase? Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.